In 525 BCE, Persian King Cambyses II conquered Egypt, expanding his empire. But his thirst for control led him to challenge the Oracle of Amun in the Siwa oasis. Enraged by the oracle's defiance, Cambyses sent 50,000 soldiers across the desert to destroy it. Then, they vanished. No bodies, no weapons, no evidence of battle. Some say a massive sandstorm buried them alive. Others believe they were ambushed or simply lost to the desert's cruel fate. What really happened? The truth remains buried. For centuries, the fate of Cambyses II's lost army has baffled historians and archaeologists alike. Ancient historian Herodotus first recorded the tale, claiming that 50,000 Persian soldiers were swallowed by a massive sandstorm. However, no definitive evidence has ever been found. Some experts argue that the army was ambushed by rebels, while others believe they died of thirst and starvation, lost in the endless dunes. Despite modern archaeological searches, the truth remains elusive, buried beneath the shifting sands of time. Cambyses II, son of Cyrus the Great, ruled the Persian Empire from 530 to 522 BCE. Known for his ruthless conquests, he expanded Persian control into Egypt, defeating Pharaoh Psamtik III at the Battle of Pelusium in 525 BCE. His reign was marked by brutality, paranoia, and suppression of revolts. Some accounts suggest he desecrated Egyptian temples, while others claim he went mad before his mysterious death. His most infamous decision was sending 50,000 soldiers into the desert, leading to one of history's greatest military mysteries. Cambyses II's most significant military campaign was his invasion of Egypt in 525 BCE. After securing his western front, he led his Persian army across the Sinai Desert and defeated Pharaoh Psamtik III at the Battle of Pelusium, using psychological warfare by placing cats, sacred to Egyptians, on the battlefield. After taking Memphis, Egypt's capital, Cambyses crushed revolts and extended Persian rule. He later attempted conquests in Nubia, Carthage, and the Siwa oasis, though these campaigns were less successful, including the mysterious disappearance of his 50,000-strong desert army. As Cambyses II consolidated his rule over Egypt, his paranoia and thirst for dominance grew. Historical accounts suggest he became increasingly tyrannical and erratic, executing nobles, priests, and even his own family members to eliminate potential threats. Some sources claim he murdered his own brother, Bardia, fearing a coup. He also allegedly desecrated Egyptian religious sites, showing contempt for local traditions. Absolute control led to reckless military campaigns, including the disastrous expedition against the Oracle of Amun, which resulted in the disappearance of 50,000 soldiers. As Cambyses II expanded his empire, his paranoia intensified, leading to erratic decisions and brutal purges. Fearing betrayal, he executed family members, including his brother Bardia, and eliminated potential rivals within his court. His thirst for dominance pushed him to desecrate sacred Egyptian temples, further straining his relationship with the local populace. This combination of ruthlessness and insecurity led to reckless actions, culminating in the disastrous desert campaign against the Oracle of Amun, which only deepened his legacy as a tyrant in history. The Oracle of Amun at the Siwa oasis was one of the most revered religious sites in the ancient world, famous for its prophecies. Pilgrims, including Cambyses II, sought divine guidance there. Its influence reached far beyond Egypt, shaping ancient beliefs and decisions. The oracle's cryptic responses played a pivotal role in historical events, and its mysterious status adds to the intrigue surrounding its legacy. The site remains a key part of Egypt's spiritual history, though much about it remains shrouded in mystery. Cambyses II, seeking to solidify his control over Egypt, demanded that the Oracle of Amun at Siwa recognize him as the rightful ruler of the land. However, the oracle's cryptic and seemingly ambiguous response angered Cambyses, as it did not grant him the clear recognition he desired. In a fit of rage, he decided to punish the oracle and send a large army into the western desert to exact his revenge, setting the stage for the mysterious disappearance of his forces. The Oracle of Amun gave a cryptic response to Cambyses II, which was not as clear-cut as he had hoped. This ambiguity enraged the Persian king, as he sought absolute recognition of his rule over Egypt. The oracle's answer seemed to challenge his authority rather than affirm it, fueling Cambyses' rage and leading him to take drastic action, sending an army of 50,000 soldiers into the desert to punish the oracle, setting the stage for one of history's greatest mysteries. Enraged by the oracle's cryptic response, Cambyses II decided to send an army of 50,000 soldiers into the western desert, determined to punish the Oracle of Amun. He believed this force would bring swift retribution and prove his dominance over Egypt. However, the expedition proved disastrous, and the army disappeared without a trace, leaving only questions and speculation about their fate. This event became one of the most enduring mysteries in ancient history. The journey into the western desert was fraught with peril. The scorching heat made every step unbearable, with temperatures soaring to deadly extremes. Water was scarce, and the soldiers had to rely on limited supplies. The shifting sands made navigation almost impossible, as the landscape seemed to change with every mile. Without clear direction, the 50,000-strong Persian army soon became disoriented and vulnerable, and the harsh environment began to claim lives, as hunger and exhaustion took their toll. The vast, unforgiving desert quickly became an insurmountable obstacle. As the army's supplies ran low, the Persian soldiers faced severe dehydration and exhaustion. The harsh desert environment, with no reliable water sources, made every mile more treacherous. Their rations dwindled, and desperation set in as the relentless heat sapped their strength. The shifting sands added to the chaos, making it impossible to follow a straight path. The soldiers' hope for survival was fading fast, as they realized they were not just battling the Egyptians, but also nature itself. In ancient times, desert navigation was a difficult and dangerous task. Trained guides called Bedouins often led armies across deserts, using their knowledge of the stars and landmarks. They would follow the sun's path during the day and the stars at night, relying on oral traditions to track routes and locate water sources. Additionally, sand dunes and desert winds could obscure trails, making navigation even more uncertain, especially when a large army was on the move. Herodotus, the ancient historian, provides the earliest account of the lost army of Cambyses II. He described how the Persian army, sent to punish the Oracle of Amun in the Siwa oasis, was swallowed by a massive sandstorm. According to Herodotus, the storm buried the army completely, leaving no trace behind. While his narrative has been questioned over time, it remains the most famous and earliest source about this mysterious disappearance, adding to the ongoing intrigue of the event. Sandstorms are capable of burying entire cities due to their intense force and volume of sand. Winds can reach speeds over 100 miles per hour, rapidly shifting massive dunes and engulfing everything in their path. The fine, dry sand can accumulate in such quantities that it covers buildings, roads, and even entire settlements, making it difficult to recover any trace of the affected area. Such storms can create temporary ghost towns, erasing evidence of civilization almost overnight, which makes recovering lost history particularly challenging. One theory suggests that the lost army was consumed by nature itself, specifically, a devastating sandstorm. Such storms in the desert are capable of burying large groups of people under tons of sand in a matter of hours, erasing all traces of their existence. The suddenness and force of such storms would make it impossible for the soldiers to escape, leaving behind no physical evidence of their fate. This theory ties into Herodotus's account, which describes how the army was overwhelmed by nature's unforgiving power. Theory 1. The natural disaster. A massive sandstorm buried the entire army alive. Comparison with real-world examples, e.g., modern sandstorms that buried villages. Theory 2. An ambush. Were they attacked by Egyptian rebels? Lack of weapons or battlefield remains suggests this is unlikely. Theory 3. They got lost and died of dehydration. The desert mirages and illusions misled them. Soldiers died scattered across vast distances, making remains impossible to find. Theory 4. A curse. Some believe the Oracle of Amun cursed the army for attempting to desecrate the temple. Was it supernatural or simply ancient myth? In the 1930s, British explorers began searching for the lost army of Cambyses, following rumors and ancient accounts of the army's disappearance. They focused on the Siwa oasis, where the army was thought to have vanished. Despite their efforts, they found no definitive evidence of the army's fate. Modern-day researchers continue to use technology like satellite imaging to search the vast desert, but the mystery of the 50,000 soldiers remains unsolved. Modern technology has allowed researchers to conduct extensive searches for the lost army of Cambyses. Satellite imaging, LiDAR light detection and ranging, and radar scans have been employed to peer beneath the shifting sands of the desert. These advanced tools help uncover hidden structures or remains, potentially providing new clues about the army's fate. However, despite these sophisticated methods, the mystery of the 50,000 soldiers remains largely unsolved, with no concrete evidence yet found to confirm their final resting place. Some remains have been found during modern searches for the lost army, but nothing definitive has been uncovered yet to prove what happened to the 50,000 soldiers. Despite the use of technologies like satellite imaging, LiDAR, and radar scans, no physical evidence has conclusively linked the remains to Cambyses' army, leaving the mystery unsolved. History has seen entire civilizations and armies vanish without a trace, erased by nature's wrath. One of the greatest mysteries is the fate of Cambyses' lost army, 50,000 soldiers who may have been buried by a massive desert storm or met a more sinister end. Despite modern technology, no definitive proof has surfaced, leaving us with only ancient accounts and endless speculation. Could the truth still lie beneath the sands, or will this mystery remain unsolved forever? Share your theories in the comments, and stay tuned for more fascinating historical enigmas.